When you are in an inflamed thought about something that's not working for you, the friend, you know who I'm talking about. She annoys you, she glitches you out, she's got you, and now you're looping and you're looping and you're looping. Then you go to your stove and you're cooking for your family and you're thinking, that chick, she really shouldn't do that. Why does she keep doing that? Everyone should know better than this. You know what's going on? You're putting your inflammation of this negativity, we call it moment terrorism, in your food. And then guess what? Your family's busy consuming your bad vibes.
Stop. Good.
True story. Welcome to the present moment and to the kitchen of your mind. My name is Dawes. I am Chef Cynthia Louise's spiritual coach, the founder of Nowism. Now today's topic is about inflammation of thought. Now this is a really interesting time in human history where, a lot of women in this world are feeling the feels about how we look, how we appear, how we're turning up. And time and time again, I have the beautiful Chef Cynthia Louise call me in like a level of crisis about what? Inflammation. But Dawes, I'm getting my period, but Dawes, I got this right here, and Dawes. And I always say, take a moment, stop in the nowness of this moment, and let's just really unpack. What is this inflammation that you're feeling? Well, I ate a little bit of bread last night and then I got into the pasta situation. Our chef Cynthia Louise actually really loves the Italian food. And then, the next day she's in this crisis about inflammation. And so when we really zero in, and this is really important, and I hope that you'll really hear me on this, inflammation doesn't just take place in the body temple. Inflammation takes place in the mind. Have you ever had a drama in your life where there's somebody said something? That girlfriend, the annoying one, you know what I'm talking about. The girl who said the thing and now it's distracting you. And now you're thinking about it. And now you're going back to it. And now you're looping on this thinking and this feeling. And now before you know it, the volume of this little thing that took place in your entire life is so loud that you have inflamed the thoughts. Now you cannot think about anything else other than this person and what they said. And so, that friend, the annoying one, I know what you're talking about, right? That person who said that thing, and it was just a little thing that happened. Maybe you saw it online, and then suddenly it's caught your precious attention. And now you're thinking about it. And now you're thinking about it. And now you're feeling about it. And now you're distracted by it. And now you're looping on this conversation in your mind. Meanwhile, there's so many other things taking place in your life, but the only thing that you can think about is what this person said and how she shouldn't have said that. You've got an inflammation of the thoughts. Your thoughts have grabbed an idea and turned up the volume of this thing just by looping on it and looping on it. Every thought starts a feeling, and every feeling starts a new thought. And when you're thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling and thinking, if it's not thoughts of gratitude and of ease and flow and wellness and kindness and greatness, then you've got inflammation in the wrong direction. And so back to our friend, Chef Cynthia Louise, right? She calls me, I've got inflammation, I've got my period, I look fat again. And she's going through Instagram and all the skinny, beautiful people. I was like, Cynthia, seems to me that you might have a little bit of inflammation of the thought. And then she looks at me and so she dusts herself off, she pulls her attention back and she says to me, can't wait to do the next game of Nowism. And so we get together and we work on crafting our thinking and crafting our feelings so it's working for us and not against us. Now, here's one thing that's amazing about Chef Cynthia Louise. There's already a little bit of Nowism in your kitchen because every recipe has a little flash tag that is reminding you to put a little sprinkle of gratitude, to put a little bit of ease and flow, because when you are in an inflamed thought about something that's not working for you, the friend, you know who I'm talking about. She annoys you, she glitches you out, she's got you, and now you're looping and you're looping and you're looping. Then you go to your stove and you're cooking for your family and you're thinking, that chick, she really shouldn't do that. Why does she keep doing that? Everyone should know better than this. You know what's going on? You're putting your inflammation of this negativity, we call it moment terrorism, in your food. And then guess what? Your family's busy consuming your bad vibes.
Stop.
True story. So, in the game of nowism, and look, we called it a game for a reason, because how many thoughts and moments are there in a day? How many moments are in a day?
How many?
Right? Now, neuroscientists have worked out that there's around 30,000 thoughts a day. What are you thinking about, Chef?
How do they work that out?
They have measurement faculties that shows, give or take 10,000, okay?
Yeah.
But what are you thinking about? Like, if you could get a readout at the end of the day of your average thought of where you were hanging out and what you were thinking about and what you were feeling about, where do you hang out? So when I realized, because I took an interest in mindfulness and meditation and personal development and spiritual activation, when I realized what it takes to stay awake in time and space, when we've got news feeds and magazines and TVs and you've got gossip and your sisters and your brothers and your mothers and your lovers all coming at you, how can you constantly stay present and positive in a world that's absolutely polluted with negativity? It's got to be a game. It's got to be a game. And so we gather together online and we craft what I call a toolbox for your consciousness, where you are actually designing strategies, tools, tips, tricks, mindful life hacks that assist you to not only deal with the friend, I know you know the one I'm talking about, right? Not just dealing with those annoying people, and there are a lot of annoying people if you let yourself park on it, right? But also, what about those desires that you have that you just don't know how to make happen? What about, the feeling that you have in your body? What about the fact that you want to make some more money, but you want to do something you love? What about the fact that you look outside while you're sitting in traffic jams and you see pollution in our atmosphere? We build a toolbox that assists you to alkalize your thinking and actually craft a way of being in this world so that your thinking is working for you and not against you. It's actually really normal that you have an inflammation of your thoughts in your life. I know that you have love for people and it turns into concern and worry. I know that you ache for that thing that you want to do and you just don't know how to do it. And you are creating your reality through the chronic thoughts and feelings that you have. And so in the same way that Chef Cynthia had to capture her own attention and bring her attention back to the present moment, and actually in the same way not use shitty ingredients to put into the recipes. You can't have shitty ingredients in your mind if you want to create an exceptional, amazing, activated life. And so I invite you to come and join Chef Cynthia and I in this game of nowism. If you are ready to actually do what it takes in a really fun, self-loving way, then please hit me up. You'll know if you're resonating with me, it'll just be a hell yes. So I look forward to meeting you in our beautiful digital space, and I look forward to being in the true celebration of what it means to activate our potential during this time in human history and letting inflammation be something of the past.